I mean, it's fun to play, right? But I think that we know that you can use this week, um, one of two ways, and we're going to do it the right way, and we're going to rest. And, you know, it's a long season, so we got to get guys healthy, and we got to keep the guys that are healthy. Um, and then mentally, I think it's pretty taxing, so it's important to get away a little bit, um, and rest your mind, and then you know coming back, everyone should be kind of full go, full tilt, ready to kind of continue to push on. Um, but yeah, we're playing pretty good ball right now. But I still think that the best is ahead of us. So.
You're 7 games in for yourself here. How would you rate where you're at this point?
I mean, I think there's always stuff that you can improve on. Um, you know, it's kind of the journey of maybe playing the position that I play. I won't be able to say that necessarily like until I reflect on it, but we're I guess recognized by wins and losses, and I think that we're playing good football every week. I think that I get coached, and I hold myself to a high standard, um, and I think that that'll continue to rise as the season goes on. Um, not just for myself, but as a team, we're always kind of seeking perfection. Um, but I think that something that should be noted is that we play for one another. The locker room is very special. We don't have any selfish players in that locker room. You got Braylon, who plays receiver, was able to step in at tailback tonight. I mean, that's just a microcosm of the type of guys that we have in the locker room. They're willing to sacrifice whatever it takes to win. And when you get a ton of guys in the same locker room with that mindset, then you have the ability to do special things.
Regardless of the multiple weapons you have often, and tonight was not a good example of that. You're spreading it around pretty good. But do you feel that there's a developing thing still with Templeton? It seems like you're hitting on him a lot.
Yeah, I mean, he's a special player. He does everything the right way. I can't express my gratitude to him enough for just continuing to stay in it, even when he wasn't on the roster. That's something that is really hard to do, when you're preparing to play and you don't get to reap the rewards of it. And that just goes to show the type of person that he is, that he's process oriented, not result driven. And he's not the only guy like that in that room. They're all that way, which is why they're a blessing to work with. All those guys are unselfish. They all show up and they're professionals, and we all love on one another and we all uplift each other. It's a special group.
How much energy do you take when you see your defense playing as well as they did tonight and holding them to 3 points at the half? Do you kind of gain momentum from that? Does it affect you, or is it kind of like they're doing their job, I need to do mine?
I would say absolutely. Like we definitely feed off each other, in a sense, but we also are very focused on what we need to do, right? So we're communicating on the sideline, so we're not necessarily – there's certain times in the game where you get to watch them work. But especially early on, we don't really get that chance. We're trying to kind of get up to speed on some of the things that they're throwing at us and communicating. So when we go back out there, we can execute. But I think any time that, whether it's special teams or defense, can, make an impact on a game, I think that's important. And I think it's important to note that we have three really good phases of football. You know, we have a great offense, we got a great defense, and we have great special teams. And when one unit isn't necessarily playing up to what their standard is, usually the other unit helps pick them up. And, you know, we've shown that throughout the year thus far. So, you know, it's a sign of a good team, and we're all going to continue to, you know, chase and pursue getting better, which is something that I look forward to doing with these guys.
What would a guy like yourself do on a bye week? Would you travel around, see some family, or would you kick back and
You know, hopefully a little bit of all of that. You know, I got to go home and handle a few things, family related, and then, you know, gonna try and kick the feet up and stay away. But sometimes that's tough for me, you know, but I'm sure my wife will help me with that.
Are you able, like, to kind of turn away? Is it important for you as much to maybe get a mental break during this bye week?
Yeah, I think I've learned that as I've gotten older. You know, I used to be a guy that didn't take time off, and, you know, that didn't hurt me until it hurt me. You know, but I think that for me specifically, I think taking a break mentally is important because you're asking a lot of yourself every single day. You know, it's not just you show up in the game and expect, you know, you prepare very hard, you put a lot of time in. So I would encourage, you know, all the guys to get away and do what they need to do in order to come back ready to roll. Thank you guys.